Hey, what is up, guys? Bluntguts here. This is a Watch Your Realms video. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate it. I want to talk about the update. We've got an update coming out tomorrow night. It's about 24 hours from right now as I'm making this video, so probably a little bit less for you when you are watching it, but I wanted to go through the patch notes, pick out a few things that I think are going to be interesting, and show you what they actually look like on Forerunner, where a lot of these changes have been deployed for weeks and months in some cases. So let's start off with the big ticket item on here. I think the most changes are going to be coming to Arena, and I can't tell you how unenthused I am about that because I kind of hate Arena in this game. Love GVG, obviously. If you're watching this, you probably know me from my GVG videos, but Arena, I think, is just trash content, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. I haven't seen anything that makes me think that they're going to make it compelling or that something that I really want to do more than just farming. I mean, hell, right now, I haven't touched Arena all week. What I do every week is I save up all of my Arena permits, and then I use them all about 2 hours before reset, and I get into depending on what week it is, I either get into Overlord or Apex Overlord, and then I just call it quits. It's like a 45-minute thing that I do while I'm watching TV. I auto everything. It sucks. I'm sorry to be negative. I know there's some of you that love Arena, and that's great. I'm not trying to knock you. You know, whatever works for you is great, but it just doesn't work for me, unfortunately. But I am excited about some of these rewards. There's some cool stuff in there. Unfortunately, I'm not really excited about them for Arena usage. But it is going to make people want to use Arena more simply because they want to get the rewards. So I think the big thing is, it's a few big things, I guess. There's new season rules. They're going to be a 12-week season at this point. We will still get weekly chests and rewards from Arena, but the leaderboard ranking is going to go on for 12 weeks, I guess, is kind of what I'm getting out of this. On top of that, and this is the big thing, there is an Apex shop and Apex coin currency that is being added to the game. Now, there's some issues with that, which I'm going to show you when we get over there. I'm not super excited about it, and I don't have all of the details on the amounts, but it's going to be a grind, I think, based on what I've seen. Another new thing, new feature, bonus point rewards for winning streak. I'm not going to show you that, but I will just tell you right now. Basically, what that means is if you win 3 or more matches in a row, then you are going to start getting additional rating each time that you win. It's not a huge bonus. It's like, I think, like 3 to 5 extra rating per win, but that adds up. You know, if you are trying to compete, then that is going to be important to you, obviously. But the bad thing about that is that you can't like kind of like work the selection. You have to do every single one of the matches that does appear in the list when you refresh, because if you try to refresh before you've beaten all of them, then your winning streak ends and you lose the bonus. So it's going to be kind of limited usage, I think. I don't love the implementation, but I mean it's something, I guess. I guess it's something. I'm sorry to be so negative about the Arena, but like it just is. I don't get it myself. But anyway, reduce the price for the first few Arena permit purchases each day. Okay, that's fine. And then they optimize the method of BP hiding for Overlord rank and above. I don't even really know what that's about, honestly, but we can take a look and see if it's on Forerunner. And then finally, they adjusted the Apex Overlord rank in Arena to include the top 300 as opposed to the top 200 as it currently is on Global. And I mean, that's a welcome change. It's not going to affect me all that much, but I'm sure there's some folks that were on the cusp that this is going to be a welcome change for. So let's go over to Forerunner. I'm going to show you some of this stuff. All right, so the first thing that I do want to show you guys is the weekly rewards here. And you're going to notice, if you've looked at this anytime recently on Global, you're going to notice there's some new stuff in here. In particular, this Apex coin reward is now a component of the rewards on a weekly basis for Platinum 3, Overlord, and Apex Overlord ranks. So you are going to be getting 200 at Platinum 3, 400 at Overlord rank, and if you can make it into Apex Overlord, you're going to get a whopping 1,500 of them. There's also this avatar obtained by achieving the Apex Overlord rank in the Arena, which is pretty cool looking. I'm excited to get that at some point. I think that will be fun. Then you're going to get it once, and you're never going to get it, like there's no point in doing it more than that. And so, it is what it is. It's a nice little reward. I do like that. It kind of goes, I guess, with the Overlord avatar that we had from the other one that we've all probably had forever if you are an endgame account. And let's go take a look at the shop real quick. So this is the standard arena shop, which we're all familiar with. There's a new tab in the Dwarven Association for the Apex shop, and you're going to notice a bunch of different things in here. Obviously, some familiar stuff. We've got an ancient summoning crystal. You've got a legendary summoning crystal. We've got an exclusive artifact. This is Silas's is in there right now. You can see the duration remaining on it is 49 days, so 7 weeks. And this is, I assume, going to be for the entire 12-week season. It has been, the season has been going on for a while on Forerunner to this point. So I assume that when we do get this on global, it's going to be like 84 days, because that would be I think that's 12 times 7, right? So that will be the duration for all these 3 timed ones, which would be the exclusive artifact, the Freya's Legacy, which is the cosmetic that allows you to change the summoning stone into a big golden glowing tree, and then there is an avatar border here that you can purchase as well. One thing I do want to note, if you look at the rewards for, as far as the coins are concerned, you get 200 at Platinum 3. For Overlord, you get 400, and then if you can be one of the top 300 accounts for the week, you're going to get 1,500 of them. So that means that if you get Apex Overlord, you can buy 1 Ancient Summoning Crystal with this. You're going to have to do, what is this, 8 weeks of Apex Overlord in order to get 1 copy of Silas's exclusive artifact. You're going to need to do, like, you're gonna have to use 2/3 of your coins from 1 week to get either the glowing tree or the avatar border. And then, good God, Lady Alexandra Soulstone is 50,000 goddamn Apex Overlord coins, and that's just, it's just so much. Now, you also get some when you do get a win in Overlord or higher. You are going to get some level of Apex coins as well. I don't know how much that is, unfortunately. I wish I had that information to share with you, but I do not, because I can't get into Overlord on the Forerunner server because my account is just not developed enough. But given that you get 1,500 for the week, I'm guessing that it's not going to be more than 50 per win, right? So it's going to take a while to get a lot of this stuff. I think that Lady Alexandra's base copy is 15k points, I believe, but I'm not 100% on that, and so don't quote me on that. I'm sure other folks do have that information, and of course we will all find out for sure tomorrow night when the patch is live on global servers. The only other thing that I haven't touched on here is this thing right here, this Apex Crystal Chest, which to me looks like kind of like a bargain. 20 Apex coins, and you get one of these things. At minimum, you're getting 1 rare summon. At best, you could be getting a full ancient summon or a full divine summon, which is kind of awesome. But you could be getting 2 rares or some combination of fragments for the ancients and the divines, which is great. And when you consider that you could buy, what's 15 times 5 is you could buy 75 of these things, these Apex Crystal chests, for the cost of 1 ancient summoning crystal. This seems like rather than buying the divine summons and the ancient summons, I gotta think that the better value is just buying these things. But I think the top priority in here is going to be the Lady Alexandra base copy, and then you can either save for Soulstones, or if you want to get the cosmetics or the exclusive artifacts, you could do that. But I think those are going to be the priorities, as the Lady Alexandra is kind of the highlight of this content. So that is the Apex shop. Let's go take another look at the patch notes. All right, there are a few other things going on here as far as gear is concerned. So the major thing is going to be the addition of new levels and a new currency in the artifact material raid. It's going to go up to level 22, and you are going to have both Titan and Wisdom forge materials that you can use to kind of target specific artifacts for specific unit types, I guess is the best way to put it, whether platform or ground. Beyond that, there is the ability to kind of set your gear recommendation features, and then there's also the ability to quick enhance from the reward screen, either on background fights or on regular multi-battles. So that is kind of cool. You can also, they will increase the minimum and maximum gear storage by 400 apiece, it looks like. So you're going to go have at least 1,500 gear storage, but based on your Pantheon level, you can get up to 1,700, which is awesome as well. And they're also going to add some more filtering features in the gear filtering feature. They say they've added the feature of filtering by gear enhancement level. That's the main thing that I've seen in there. And then there's also, they've improved the smoothness and frame rate of the gear interface, which I never really had a problem with, but I guess was something they received some feedback about. Let's go take a look at Forerunner and see how some of these things manifest. All right, so as you can see, we've got artifact material rate going up to level 22 now. Depending on the level, you're going to get either these Titan meteorites or these Wisdom meteorites. So stage 19 is Titan, stage 20 is Wisdom, and then stage 21 and 22 are the same kind of dynamic. 21 is Titan and 22 is Wisdom. You're just going to get higher quantities of those materials. The other thing to note, it is 24 cost, 24 stamina in order to run this dungeon. So it's another 2 stamina on top of what we were spending to run stage 18. As far as the different materials, the Wisdom meteorites are for platform units, and the Titan meteorites are for ground-based units. So when you get these, when you use these materials, you are going to craft artifacts that are specific to either ground or platform units, depending on the artifact material type. Let's go take a look at the forge, and I can show you the pools here. All right, so as you can see here, we've got some new stuff here. We got a Titan Forge, we've got a Wisdom Forge, kind of sandwiched in between Mythic Forge and Exclusive Forge. Basically, the Titan Forge and Wisdom Forge are going to be kind of upgraded versions of the Mythic Forge. So if we look at Mythic Forge right here, we've got a 30% chance to get an epic, 50% chance to get a legendary artifact, and a 20% chance to get a mythic or red artifact. The Titan Forge is going to basically cut out the epics. You're going to have a 70% chance at a legendary, which at the very least, that's going to give us more mithril in order to upgrade the artifacts. So that is nice. That should help to address that problem. We also are going to have a 28% chance to get a mythic, which is up from 20% in the other one, and then a 2% chance for that mythic to be, well, not for that mythic, but a 2% chance overall for it to be an exclusive artifact instead. And if we look at the Forge preview here, you can see all of these, and I am in, I believe, the Titan Forge right now. You can see that all of these artifacts, these exclusives, are all for ground-based heroes. The same thing with the mythic artifacts here, and of course, legendary artifacts, which we probably don't really care all that much about, are all going to be for ground-based heroes as well. It's the same dynamic with the Wisdom Forge here, except these are all for the platforms. So platform exclusives are here. Mythic artifact exclusives are here. So this is going to be for basically healers, marksmen, and mages, and then the Titan artifact is going to be for defenders and for fighters. So cool change. I do like this. Beyond that, we can take a look at some of the gear stuff going on here as far as the filtering is concerned. So if we go to the filter, we've got the ability to filter by artifact level. So we can just look at all the different individual artifacts. You can select as many of these as you want. So if you want to look at only 0 through 4 and then all of your ones at 16 for whatever reason, you have the ability to do that. They're not going to be in the game quite yet, but you do have the ability to filter by exclusive hero gear, which is really nice. And those are the main changes that we see here. The other big thing is up here in the upper left-hand corner. You can see 1,500 gear slots right now, and I don't think I have any of the additional gear slots from the Pantheon unlocked. So this is going to be the base. We'll go up to 1,700 if you've maxed out your Pantheon gear storage bonuses. So that is really, really nice as well. One of the other things I do want to show you guys is the ability to upgrade from this reward screen that you get either in background battles or if you're doing just traditional multi-battle where you're actually watching the runs go. What you can do is you go to the reward screen, you click on one of these items, and now you're going to have this handy enhancement screen on the bottom right-hand corner. You can, just like Quick Enhance, you can select whatever level you want to go to. So we want to go to 4, just going to enhance there. It's going to upgrade right in this menu. It can be done as the runs are going. This run is completed, but it can be done as the runs are kind of accumulating as well. So you can clear out as they do process. So that's just really nice, I think, at the end of the day. Personally, I do a lot of my gear cleansing before it ever even really makes it out of this menu. So I like to just go through this menu at the end of a set of background battles or multi-battles and just go through all of the gear that has been accumulated. And I like to sell off all the things that I'm not interested in upgrading. But there was always an additional step of then going to the gear storage and upgrading everything that I got. So you can do the first 4 or 8 levels in here, see if you want to keep something, and then if not, you can just toss it. And then, if you do like it, you can save it until there is a gear enhancement event going on that, you want to upgrade all the way to 12 or 16 for. So that is an option as well. But it does give you just more ability to kind of gear cleanse. And I think it takes some of the burden and frustration that I personally feel out of the gear cleansing process. All right, I also want to take a look at the gear recommendation settings that they've got here. I know a lot of folks are really excited about this. Me, not so much personally. I don't really trust the thumbs up system. I know this would let me kind of customize that, so maybe I could trust it, but I still would never trust it. I would still feel like I needed to go through everything manually. So I'm not really all that interested in this, but I know a lot of folks are really excited about it. So we can go through this real quick here. So you can see each of these different boxes here is a different rule. They basically, these are the presets that are in there. So if we look at the rule here, we can click on this to edit the name if we so choose. And then each of these boxes you can edit. So if I wanted to add different gear sets to this rule, I could go in and I could kind of customize that. I could click the wisdom if I wanted to add that or something like that. Click do not save on that. And then as far as primary attributes, it basically means it's going to limit what the primary attributes that will display that thumbs up symbol will be. So you've got, in this case, they've got HP %, rage regen, attack bonus, healing effect. And then kind of the same thing with the secondary attributes here. The other thing that is kind of interesting, it's a required number of secondary attributes. I do kind of like that. So if you are a later game account and you only want thumbs up on gear that has 3 or more, you can select it that way. In fact, I think I will just leave it like that. So that is kind of interesting. I do enjoy that. And then, of course, you can go and you can do it for all of the different sets. There is a toggle on the right-hand side where you can toggle between left side and right side gear. 3-piece being right side gear, 2-piece being left side gear. So all of these things are going to give you a lot more control over what the game recommends to you as far as good gear is concerned. I would just be cautious with this personally because I feel like there's so many niche cases that I don't personally want to have a million of these rules going and kind of lose track of them. And then, I don't know, it seems like it's a recipe to end up selling some pieces that you don't really intend to and things like that. But, I do think that this will help automate quite a bit. You can, of course, if you're not limited to the number of rules that are applied right now, you can add new rules. I don't know what the limit is as far as how many you can add, but certainly more than the 3 that are present right now for each of these different 2-piece and 3-piece gear menus. So yeah, that is that. So really the last thing that I do want to touch on is this Unpolished Legendary Soulstone. Is probably the thing that I am the most excited about in the update, which is ironic, but it is, I think, is going to be the most impactful thing potentially, although they're going to be super rare as well, I can say. Let's go over to the Guild Boss 1 rewards on For Honor. I'm going to show you what this looks like. All right, so these Unpolished Legendary Soulstones, which are only going to be able to be used to upgrade non-Lord Legendary Heroes, are going to be available from the top 2 rewards in Nightmare 3. So reward 4, there they are. And there they are in 5. And then I'm going to show you they are available in every single one, or I guess not in every single one. I thought they were supposed to be in all of them. Maybe it's just, it's the top 4 in Nightmare 4. So reward 2 through 5 are all going to have the Unpolished Legendary Soulstone in there. The big thing that I did want to show here is that you can see the regular Soulstones, the regular Legendary Hero Soulstones, are still in the game and in this loot pool. So it's not going to be one or the other. These are not replacing the less restrictive Legendary Soulstones. They are just an addition to it. So hopefully we should be doubling the rate that we are getting both of these things together. Obviously, the Legendary Hero Soulstones are still going to be quite rare, but hopefully the Unpolished ones are going to be more common. I can say it's been live for at least 2 or 3 weeks on For Honor. I haven't gotten one yet, so I don't know that they're going to be like, we're not going to be getting them a lot. It's my guess, but it might be. I can take a look at my guild here, and we can see in the guild chat, see if anybody's gotten one recently. I'll move myself over so you guys can see. Let's see if there's any that are coming up. I'm not seeing anything for Unpolished Soulstone here. Maybe I'm missing it. There's a legend. No, that's me. I got a regular Legendary Soulstone a few days ago. That was the first time in about 4 months on either account that I've gotten that, but I don't see anybody getting any of these, at least going back to the 7th, which is about a week ago at this point. So not going to be great chances either way, but hell, more opportunities to get those are welcome. Of course, That's about all I got for you today. Please let me know what you guys think about these upcoming changes. Personally, I'm a little underwhelmed about this. The things that I'm excited about are the new heroes that are going to be coming out as a result of the update being able to be deployed. So I'm pretty excited about that. And of course, I'm excited about the Guild Wars optimizations that are going to be coming out, but those were not included here. So hopefully we'll get another patch in November, and we'll get the remaining stuff, including, of course, the legendary hero gear, which would be our exclusive hero gear, I should say, which would be fantastic as well. So in any case, guys, I do appreciate you tuning in. Please do like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. I will catch you all next time.